Absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. I'm happy with that.
Stay lean and feel healthy all year round.
It'll leave you feeling light and help you lose weight. Welcome to Living Lean. Tonight's show, we've got a chocolate bonanza. Our Michelin star chef, Dorota Trupp, is doing his raw chocolate mousse. BikiniChef, Penny Lomas, is making a chocolate gelatin pudding. Also, I'll be making a chocolate mousse. G'day, JD. Hey. Craig Ellis will be doing a beautiful apple and cinnamon crumble. Damien Noyce will be interviewing Alissa in the park. Penny will be interviewing Rishani, who will be preparing raw sushi. Our success story is fitness model Ben Raso. So let's go. I'm back in the kitchen with Walter and Dorota. Dorota's the nutrition expert, Walter's the chef. How are you both?
Very good, thank you. How are you, Michael?
Very well, thank you. Tell me what you're making today, Walter.
Okay, today I'm going to show you a really quick dish, which is a raw chocolate mousse. So all I use today is avocados, some dates to sweeten it, some hazelnuts, some raw cocoa powder, and then I have a little bit of coconut milk or any other nut milk. First we start peeling with the avocados, so just cut them in half.
Just get into that.
Take the stone out.
How did you two meet?
Well, this is a long and a good story, yeah.
So in short, Dada came to London, she looked for a job, I gave her a job and the rest is history.
Wow.
Okay, I'll quickly get that going now. So put the avocados in there, then I add some nut milk. In that case I use some coconut milk. Yep. I add some dates to it and some hazelnuts.
So we're going to get the Nutella flavour or?
A little bit. I didn't roast the hazelnuts to keep
Nutella
them healthy.
is good.
And now it's just blend it all up, and then in the end I will add the cocoa powder to it. So. Now I add the cocoa powder, or raw cocoa powder, because it's much more nutritious. Okay, that's how easy that was. So that's our raw chocolate mousse. Here we go. So why is raw cocoa so good for us, Dorota? Can you tell us that?
Well, I would choose raw cocoa powder rather than the processed one. And it is because cocoa is one of the superfoods. It's extremely high in antioxidants and minerals, especially magnesium and zinc as well. You want to have it raw because you preserve all the antioxidants and vitamin C, whereas when you process it, when you cook it, that's when you lose all the heat-sensitive nutrients.
I've heard about cocoa and chocolate having an effect on the brain and making you feel good.
Yes, it makes you feel good, and we all have noticed it, right?
Yeah.
It enhances the cognitive function, so it makes us think quicker and more clearly. Hence, I'd have some chocolate before I go to have an exam, or before we teach, before we shoot it, we should have had some.
Definitely, you might have needed some today.
Yeah, so it's brilliant for your cognitive function.
And I've heard it increases the serotonin levels in the brain, so
it makes you feel better, yes.
Makes you happy.
Okay, here we go. That's it. I put a few nuts on it, and it's really quick. You can put that in the fridge. It lasts easily for up to a week. So yeah, that's our raw chocolate coconut. Raw coconut and chocolate mousse.
Thank you. That is just beautiful.
Okay, let's taste it, huh?
The moment of truth.
Yum.
That is absolutely beautiful. Really healthy dessert at the Trupp Healthy Cooking School. Give it a try at home if you want to stay healthy and lose weight.
I'm here with LivingLean transformation guest Ben Raso. Ben's story is really special to me because he's my client. He's a personal trainer and a fitness model. So welcome, Ben.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a bit about your journey. How did you get into fitness and get started?
Well, it started when I was young. When I was young, I competed in like the weekend sports, so tennis, cricket, basketball. That continued all the way through high school. Once I left high school, I started doing an apprenticeship as an electrician. That didn't really work out for me. It wasn't really the thing I was into, so I moved up to New South Wales. When I was living in New South Wales, I competed in karate tournaments, which got me to a national level within about 4 or 5 years. So my thirst and passion for fitness got stronger and stronger as the time went on.
Good. And so with your journey, was it primarily exercise? Was it fitness as well?
I didn't know which way I was going to go within the fitness industry, and I didn't really have a good idea on how the whole food and nutrition side actually started to work until I decided to set myself a goal to compete in a fitness modelling competition. This is where I got introduced to you by Carla, and you basically educated me and gave me all the knowledge that I needed so that I could get my body into shape and show me what the food and nutrition could actually do for my body to be able to get it into a certain condition.
And so when it comes to your training, what's your favourite body part to train?
Definitely have to say legs.
Yeah, me too.
Legs are our prime movers, that's what gets us around, so you've got to take care of them.
As your trainer, you actually inspire me with training because you've been through such hardship and you really are an inspiration. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you for having me.
Dessert is something we all love, and you can have a healthy dessert in moderation. Tell me a little bit about your dessert today, Craig.
Michael, today we're going to make an apple and walnut crumble, and it's a very healthy crumble. This time of year we're looking for something
Nice and warm.
Yeah, comfort food really. So we start by stewing some apples, some Granny Smith apples.
Okay.
And we're going to stew them with some cinnamon sticks and about a teaspoon of sugar and some vanilla extract. And this is real vanilla extract. It's beautiful and quite thick. So we're going to stew that. So if you could get started on that.
Sure.
Actually, I'll give you a hand.
All right.
And I'm going to use the peeler and you're going to use the knife.
Okay, mate, this is a bit of a challenge here.
I always used to try and see if I could do this without breaking the peel, but I don't think I'm going to succeed today.
There you go, mate. So this into the pot?
Straight into the pot. And that has about a tablespoon of water in there. You don't want too much water because it will become too mushy. Very good.
In there.
Straight into the pot. And we're going to put about a teaspoon of the vanilla extract, so usually about just a lid full. So just making sure that's combined. It actually is better if you put a lid on. It'll help with the cooking. And that'll take probably about 10 minutes. Now just getting a bowl and putting into it we've got almond meal, which this particular crumble has probably 75% almond meal. So we'll put that in the bowl. A small amount of self-raising flour, around 1/4 cup. And just combining that. So we're going to put 50 grams of butter into that mix.
And that's not a lot of fat.
That's right, Michael. So just rubbing using the fingertips. When you're rubbing, if you're making any sort of biscuit or cake or anything, you've got the rubbing in method. Yeah. So if there's a few lumpy bits, that's okay. Yeah. So now we're just going to add shredded coconut.
So you're after texture with that?
Yeah. And then the oats into there, some brown sugar, and that is the topping. Now Michael, this is looking really good now. So
ready to go?
Ready to go. So let's put that aside. The apples are wonderful. So I'll just discard the cinnamon stick. So I'm just going to add the walnuts to the apple mixture.
So you don't mind the walnuts raw, and then they'll cook in the oven a bit more?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if you wanted to toast them a little bit, you could, but it's not mandatory to do it. And just pop that into the dish. So just putting the topping over the top.
So the heat will help start to cook it a little bit.
That's right. So just piling that on top. So that's about what you want. That will cook down a little bit. Let's get this into the oven. I've got a preheated oven, 180 degrees Celsius. We're going to put it in for around 20 minutes until golden brown. It's really important to put it into the centre of the oven where the heat is even. Just pop it in there and let's wait.
That looks really good. It's hard to imagine that is a healthy dessert.
Looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just like, for presentation purposes, you know, if you've got guests over, even just to drench with a little bit of icing sugar. So I just put into a little sieve and just over the top, just for presentation.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Just a bit of cream fraiche on the top of that.
It gives you that creamy flavour.
This is quite nice, this fraiche vanilla, French vanilla. Let's try.
Sounds good, Craig.
But don't eat it all, Mike.
It's going to be hard.
Beautiful.
That's a really nice dessert. It really warms you up. Fantastic, healthy dessert on a cold winter night. Coming up after the break, we've got Penny and Rishani preparing sushi. And I'll be whisking up a dairy-free chocolate mousse with water.
I'm here with Rishani. Rishani is a model and an actress. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And we're making a raw vegan sushi roll.
Yes.
So you've been following the raw vegan diet now for a while, for 3 years?
Yes, for 3 years.
Yeah,
yes.
so tell us a bit about the benefits of the raw vegan diet.
Well, it's very natural and it's incredibly healthy. There is no preservatives in your diet. There is no, it's just natural. So you pretty much eat as healthy as you can.
Okay, beautiful. So prior to vegan and raw, were you eating badly or unhealthily? What you started in the raw vegan movement?
I was looking for improving my health. So I came across this raw vegan diet and it became my lifestyle.
And so we're making raw sushi today?
Yes.
Okay, so talk us through our ingredients that we have.
So cucumber, carrot, and a bit of greens.
Okay, beautiful. And so we're starting with seaweed?
Yes, we're starting with the seaweed.
Which is really high in iodine, great for the thyroid.
Yes.
Then we're adding our avocado onto the nori.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do add avocado, start with avocado, so it gives a nice little base.
So I've always heard a lot about the raw movement. It's really big right now. It's going quite mainstream as well.
It is, yes.
Okay, what's our next ingredient?
That will be a cucumber.
And so how did you get into acting and modelling?
Oh well, that was my dream. So I got into university in Moscow and I studied there, worked in the theatre for a while, then moved to Australia.
That's good. And so with your healthy lifestyle, that keeps you on track with your career and it keeps you looking great, feeling
definitely,
great.
Because yes, for an actress and a model, it's very important to look fit and healthy and beautiful, and people don't normally guess my age.
Yeah, your skin is amazing.
Definitely, that's thanks to my diet.
So we're cramming in the veggies, so a really good high fibre meal too.
Yes, then you can just sprinkle a little bit of lentil and add a bit of greens. Sometimes when I don't have time at all, I cheat. I just get cut vegetables from the supermarket and put that in my roll. It's really quick and simple. Now we need a bit of water.
So we're wetting the nori first with water.
Yeah.
It helps make it stick.
And then try to make it as pretty as you can.
Okay.
It doesn't normally work. So you stick it together.
Okay.
And then I put a mat on top to give it a bit of shape. So it's ready.
Ready to be cut.
So it has it shaped and it's ready to be cut in pieces.
So it's really high in fibre, so it's filling, which is great when you're trying to lose weight. So shall we dig in?
Sure. The best thing about raw food is you never get sick.
It's a really healthy diet.
Yes, it is very healthy. I don't have a flu or anything like that, ever.
There you go, prime example of pure health. So if you want to try raw food, don't be scared, just get stuck in.
I'm making a choc orange mousse with water. So my first step is to get my ice bucket, get 350 grams of couverture chocolate into a pot. Then about 270 ml of water. So I'll let that sit over there. Then I'm going to get an orange. So basically what I'm going to do with this orange is I'm going to segment it for later, for a little bit of presentation. So I'm just going to show you today how to segment an orange. Cut an orange like this. I remember cutting a lot of oranges like this when I was training as a chef, and just go around it like that. Then you'll see that little bit of white there. So you'll come across there like that, and that will be my segmented orange for later on. So I've got about 50 grams of xylitol, and then I'm just going to squeeze one orange through my hands like so, so I don't get any pips. So then I'm going to use essential oils, doTERRA essential oils. I'll use just about one little drop there. That will give an intense orange flavour. So I'll bring over my chocolate and my water. I'll put my chocolate there, and I'll put my water there, and I'll start to whisk both. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get that chocolate to melt nicely into the water. And as you can see, it's all starting to melt now. So just keep going around until you've got like a chocolate sauce. I'll bring it onto my ice bucket, like so, and the ice, and I'll start to whisk. Now what this is doing is it's changing the structure of everything. So the water is going to combine with the emulsifiers from the chocolate, and it'll start to become chocolate mousse. So now you can see we've got beautiful chocolate mousse. So I've got my orange syrup over here. So I just put a little bit of that in there. It's really going to give you an intense orange flavour. So what we're going for here is a nice choc orange flavour. So just whisk that in. So the next step is I'm just going to chop up some nuts here, some almonds, and then I'll show you how to make a piping bag at home. So basically about 30 centimetres. Take it off. Then come over like that. So then I've got my knife, and my knife there. Now, triangle part is away from me. So I get this corner and bring it up and start to make a cone like that. Then I get my other corner and bring that up like so. Then bring it in, and then just spread it out. Put a couple of tears in there, like so. And then on the end, then I'll get my mousse and start to feed it into my piping bag. Pipe in my mousse. Now, some almonds on the top and a nice orange segment. There you go. There's a healthy dessert. It's dairy-free and portion control. Remember, it's about moderation, not deprivation when it comes to healthy desserts. Next up, Damien Noyce will be interviewing Alissa in the park. Also, BikiniChef Penny Lomas is making a chocolate gelatin pudding.
travel to every park in this great city to find the girl, the running girl. And she sings just like an angel. Oh, what a girl, the running girl.
Welcome to Fashion Friend with Damien, and today I have my special friend, soprano, coloratura, and sports enthusiast, Alissa Andraski. How are you today, Alissa?
I'm great, thanks, Damien. How are you?
I'm great. You look like you're about to go for a workout or something like that.
I'm about to go for a run in the park.
Oh, exciting. Do you think I'm appropriately dressed for a run?
Huh.
No?
Well.
So on that regard, what do you recommend or what makes you most comfortable to wear when you're working out?
I like to wear something stretchy and comfortable, but also,
Lycra?
Yeah, spandex, lycra, something that stretches, and also maybe a little bit of color, something I feel good in.
So on the opposite side, because you've sung all around the world, what about what you like to wear when performing?
When performing, when I have a choice?
Because that's always a big thing. We never always get the choice.
Well, I would love to be wearing pants if I get the opportunity to do a pants roll, which is rare.
Which is a boy, yeah.
Which is a boy.
Yeah.
Or a gown that isn't too tight around here so that I can expand to breathe. And yeah, something not too revealing, but also with nice line.
So in regards to with busy performing schedule, how do you like to balance fitness and when you have to perform?
Well, as you also know, our schedules change weekly.
All the time.
Exactly. So we have interesting little, maybe 2-hour windows that you could fit in a workout, so I always try and do that. And then balance my cardio with my stretching. So once I've tightened, I need to lengthen so that I can actually sing.
So in regards to the performance day, are you a type of person that wants to do a bit of activity or more rest going up and then prepare just before you're going to go on stage?
I think I'm more of a workout the day before, something that isn't tightening but lengthening, so lap swimming or something like that, or the yoga that we talked about, and then resting the day up because I'm a little bit too nervous usually.
Fair enough. All right, well, that's all we've got time for. We're going to go for a run, so wish me luck and we'll see you next time.
Run on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never run alone.
I'm in the kitchen making my favourite dessert, which is a chocolate pudding, a chocolate gelatin pudding. So our key ingredient is gelatin and it's grass-fed. Now the reason this is a secret superfood for me, and I give it to all of my personal training clients to help them lose weight, is it can help rebuild the fat cells. So it's also my cellulite blasting pudding. So we're starting with gelatin, put that to the side for now. Always choose grass-fed gelatin as it's better quality for you. Our main ingredient that's going to form our liquid base is our coconut milk. So add 1 cup of coconut milk into a medium-sized pan. Our next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, which is raw unheated cocoa powder. Pop that into the pan as well. And we've got half a teaspoon of stevia, which is a herbal sweetener. So again, it's a really low sugar and low carb dessert. Pop that into the pan as well. If you don't like the taste of stevia, you can use raw honey as well, just about a tablespoon though. So we're going to pop that onto a medium heat and we're going to heat the milk up. So we're starting with 1 tablespoon of grass-fed gelatin, and it's unflavoured and unscented, so it doesn't taste of bones. And we have 3 tablespoons of water, filtered water. So add that onto the gelatin and we're letting it balloon, which basically means letting it air and expand. So pop that on top and you'll see it quickly expands. Give it a bit of a stir. And then we'll just let that sit for a little bit while we go to our milk. And just try and combine all the cocoa and the stevia evenly without any lumps. We don't want lumpy pudding. Okay, now that's warm, we're going to add the gelatin. So once the gelatin hits the heat, it should dissolve. Okay, so that's evenly combined, and now we'll transfer it into our ramekins. So we're going to pop that into the fridge for 30 to 45 minutes, and the gelatin will help the pudding set into a beautiful, yummy texture. So they've set perfectly. So there you have it, a low carb, low sugar pudding that actually helps you lose cellulite. Try it at home.
G'day, JD.
Hey, how are you, mate?
Woo! Training hard, mate.
Trying.
So you started a long time ago, and
yeah.
What were the attitudes of weight training back
Well, I
then?
started training in 1980.
Yeah.
Trained.
Sammy Ioannidis, that's Mr. Universe.
Yeah, I had to train with him. It was
that would have been a tough workout.
Hang on, I just started. I'm a beginner, for God's sake. A year later, I started teaching. All the education I got through Sammy training with him.
So what do you think the real benefits of weight training is for the general community?
Strength is health.
Strength is health.
Yeah, people got to understand the importance of strength training.
What about a lot of the ladies think they're going to bulk up through weight training?
No, I've been in this since 1980.
Yep.
Never seen it done.
No.
It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline.
Yep.
You need X amount of protein, carbohydrate and fats
Yep.
to grow. You don't do it, you're not going to grow.
So what kind of benefits do people get from weight training?
What I've seen?
Yep.
Good mood, they feel good.
They feel good and
Serotonin
relaxed.
release, they finish training. Goals, you're doing 20 kilos and then you're doing 60 kilos. They come in, I'm excited, I'm getting stronger. I love it.
Thanks for your time, JD.
All right,
Wonderful,
good to
mate.
see you, mate. Can I tip training now?
I don't know whether I can do those, though, mate.
Thanks, mate.